We're with Megan Godwin and Taylor Shannon, Eastern Connecticut women's soccer, just knocking off the #1 seed in the tournament, UMass Boston, by a score of 1-0. Meg, great defensive effort by the team, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's huge that Taylor's a team player. She just got cleared to play, and she offered to go in goal because both of our keepers are injured, and that just shows heart, and everybody wanted to play for her, so that's why we really came to play in the defensive line.
Yeah, defensive line did a great job keeping the ball out. Midfield, a lot of balls in their half of the field, so we got the ball out, got the ball away from me, which is what mattered the most.
Well, Taylor, talk a little bit about your history this year in terms of your injuries.
Well, I was fine up until we played October 1st. I fractured my foot. I didn't know about it. Played on it for like 2 weeks, and then was out for 3 weeks and a couple of days, and then got cleared yesterday to play. And coach called me up last night, was like, you need to go in the goal. So it was either me or Godwin, and I wasn't going to have Godwin go play our last couple of games senior year in the goal, and I'm just going to play on the field. So did it for her.
Could you ever imagine this scenario?
No.
Was there a chance that you figured your season was over a couple of weeks ago?
I mean, with the way things have been going, we just couldn't finish, and we just.
No, I'm sorry. Your season in terms of your injury.
Oh, my injury. Yeah, I didn't, because the doctor told me that the season was over for me, but I just kept being adamant about it, and I felt good, so I figured I'd give it one last shot and try to convince him, and he let me play.
She went to about 5 different doctors to get
to find one.
To find different opinions to see if she could actually just tape it and play. So.
Well, did you play goalie in high school at all?
No.
It seemed like when you were out there, it seemed like you just let your instincts take over though as an athlete.
Yeah, just keep the ball away from the back of the net. That's all that I really could do, you know.
We brought her down to the turf last night, and we're practicing with her, a bunch of us.
Yeah.
And she looked great. She looked like a natural. We're like, wow, you know what? You're actually pretty good. So this couldn't be a bad thing.
In my boot, I was practicing.
In her boot, she was practicing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what your coach was saying.
Yeah.
Meg, just talk a little bit about the defense in terms of their top scorer, Krista Ledden, who has 32 goals this year. Did you focus at all more on her, or were you just looking at their whole team?
Well, we were really looking at her, number 12, and number 3, the tall girl in the middle. They're both very dangerous. We knew that number 3 is not as fast, and we needed to make sure she didn't have a shot. And we know that number 12 is fast, and we try to not get beat through the seams. And we really kept our shape well, talked to each other. The communication was key, and we just made her frustrated, and she couldn't do anything. So that was our game plan, and it worked.
The defensive line did a great job today, you guys.
No, tell me if I'm mistaken, but I thought Jamie Belden played more midfield this year. Was that a change in the alignment for this game?
Yeah,
it was out of nowhere. We really don't know what happened, but she did her job and she did what she had to do. So, no harm.
Taylor, is this season shaping up, or this playoff shaping up a little bit like last spring?
Yeah, it is a lot like last spring. So kind of coming into playoffs, I was like, anything can happen. It's anyone's game. You know, we knocked off Plymouth, #1 seed team. We were like 6
in lacrosse.
Yeah, in lacrosse. So I mean, I knew coming into this, anything could happen, and I know we have it in us. We all have the hearts to do it. So
when we all come to play and we all want it, we're unbeatable. No doubt about it.
Yep.
It was unusual this year. We lost to Rhode Island College and Plymouth, teams that we've never lost to. When you guys lost to Plymouth at the end of the year, even though you had great chances, was that sort of a wake-up call, in a sense?
Definitely, and I know all of the seniors really took that to heart because it was senior day, and we took that anger and just really channeled it into practice and saying, look, we need to want this if we want to do good things. And we knew we aren't going to get an at-large bid, so we're like, we need to win the conference tournament or we're done. So that was a huge wake-up call for the seniors, especially, to think like we could be done at any time.
It is pretty scary to think you go out on the field, it could be your last game.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
It's do or die soccer at this point.
Absolutely is. Last question, you'll either have UMass Dartmouth or Keene in the final. Any preference?
We want Keene! We want to kick them out!
Yeah, it would be a great day if we kicked Keene out and we won the championship.
We need some revenge on Keene because they beat us the first time around, so we really want them again.
You've done it before.
Sorry.
Down there. Ladies, thank you very much. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.